Matchday 22 in La Liga. EA Sports brought us the game between Osasuna and Real Sociedad at the stadium of El Sadar. A game between two sides who really were in desperate need of picking up 3 points on this occasion. Osasuna coming into this one winless in the last 9 games in La Liga EA Sports. Real Sociedad with just 1 win in their last 5 and having lost their last 2 coming into this one. Take Kubo tried to find space in behind early doors. Juan Cruz was able to block him, and it was Mikel Oyarzabal who was leading the line. He too tried to exploit any potential gap in behind the Osasuna defense. Here he was running in behind, following the pass over the top from Zubeldia. Herrera doing well though to force the Real Sociedad captain wide to try and avoid a shot on target. It was Ola Sagasti who went for a back heel, but Barrenechea was not there to finish off the chance. Real Sociedad kept on pushing, and there was a shout here for a penalty from Barrenechea in the box. There was no contact on his foot. That's because he was caught in the face by Areso. Referee deemed there was not enough in it for a penalty kick. Naya Fagerd tried his luck from distance next, but nowhere near hitting the target. He was one of 4 players coming into the starting 11. One of 4 changes made by Iman Alguacil compared to La Real's last game in La Liga, 3-0 defeat at home against Getafe. Here we could see that the next chance would drop for Zubeldia, but his shot would actually come off his own captain and teammate Mikel Oyarzabal, therefore no corner for La Real. This game was also getting a lot of importance because these two teams are set to meet in just 4 days' time after this game took place in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. That game, though, going to happen at the Real Arena rather than El Sadar. Ante Budimir had the first chance of the game for the hosts. A good ball in from the left from Quique Barja, but this a fairly simple save for Alex Remiro. Real Sociedad also failed to score in their last 2 La Liga matches, which they lost, so they kept on pushing, but the proof that they're struggling to find the goal became very evident as the minutes went on. Here Mikel Oyarzabal going for the shot, which was quite a long way off target at the back post, and Take Kubo wasn't there to help it in. Eventually, though, a goal was scored, but it was at the other end. It was Ante Budimir for the hosts, scoring on 33 minutes and bringing a 5-game dry spell in La Liga without a goal to an end. Hadn't scored since the month of December. And a 2-2 draw here against Deportivo Alavés. Well, how about that for a finish? Beating Alex Remiro at his near post with a lovely goal. Aymaradov just poking the ball through there despite falling over and surrounded by 3 Real Sociedad players. This goal also number 60 for Ante Budimir in all competitions since joining Osasuna. And he tried to find space and capitalise in behind with a shot here, but he had to lay off the pass. The effort was eventually taken by Aymaradov, but Osasuna's number 10 could only put the shot wide of the target. Aymaradov actually scored Osasuna's goal last weekend in La Liga when they drew 1-1 away against Las Palmas. Not able to find the back of the net on this occasion. But since taking the lead, Osasuna were able to find gaps in behind the Real Sociedad back line, and here it was the right back Jesus Areso who would get on the end of the header from Ruben Garcia. The right back, though, unable to pick up his head and laid across to Budimir, tried to go for goal himself and ultimately got the effort. Very, very wrong indeed. Takekubo here would find some space down the right for Real Sociedad. He tried to link up with Ander Barrenechea, but Juan Cruz stepped across with a brilliant sliding tackle and forced the rebound actually off Barrenechea, and therefore not conceding a corner. Naya Fagerd went down following a collision with Ante Budimir. Croatian lucky maybe to not see a booking for that one. Whilst that was happening though, Javi Lopez tried to pick out Oyarzabal. His shot nowhere near hitting the target. Images now of the second 45, and Real Sociedad, to their credit, really did up their game in the second period. Takekubo probably should have done a bit better here with this ball in from Javi Lopez, but Sergio Herrera was able to get to the ball first. Try and block the effort. It seemed like the evening was going from bad to worse for La Real as Osasuna's first chance of the second half. So Ante Budimir brought down in the box by Alex Ramiro, and the referee pointed to the spot. Ante Budimir quite clearly onside, beating Zubeldia for pace, and then Ramiro coming out to bring him down. However, it was obviously checked by VAR, and as we can see best from this angle here, really a lot of contact there. The referee, after checking the screen, would actually rule it out and give Ante Budimir a yellow card for simulation. Real Sociedad kept on pushing, trying to get back on level terms. Here was Mikel Oyarzabal, who would tee up Martin Zubimendi. But the Real Sociedad midfielder only able put the shot wide after a deflection of Catena. Ori Oskarsson came on as a second-half substitute, and he was teed up almost instantly after coming on by Luka Sucic. But the 20-year-old striker from Iceland was unable to hit the target. In fact, he smashed the ball over the crossbar. Oskarsson only on 2 goals this season in La Liga, but actually scored 2 goals for Real Sociedad in midweek in the Europa League at home against Greek side PAOK. Couldn't add to that couple of goals though here, despite a lovely chip. He was onside as well. The young striker putting the ball over the crossbar. Moi Gomez would come on for Osasuna later alongside Iker Muñoz. And he would actually have a chance just a few minutes after coming on. His effort deflected, as Osasuna were looking for a second goal. And that second goal did come, as Rubén García here out-muscled Naya Fagerd, bullied him off the pitch, and got in behind the back line, then played the ball across, and the goal was headed in by Ante Budimir. His second goal of the game, and his 12th goal of the season in La Liga. EA Sports now level on goals with Football Club Barcelona's Rafinha, and just behind Kylian Mbappe and Robert Lewandowski in the goal-scoring charts. A header that did come off Jon Aramburu, but obviously with the header being onside, it was a goal for Ante Budimir. No foul from Rubén García in the build-up, and then a very good cross, chipping it to the back post. Osasuna doing really well to double their lead, to try and bring their 9-game winless streak to an end. Emmanuel Alguacil reacted with a triple change, bringing on Arsene Zaharian, Geraldo Becker, as well as Aritz Elustondo. Javi Lopez, whose cross was initially deflected, then he was brought down just inside the box after colliding with Jesus Arezzo. The referee would just see that really as a 50-50 rather than an actual penalty. Bit of an Awkward one, really, for the referee to make a decision on. Bryce Mendez had also come on in the second half, and he tried to link up here with a nice 1-2 with Geraldo Becker, but the Real Sociedad frontman could only put the ball easily into the hands of Herrera. Ante Budimir was then replaced with 5 minutes left on the clock by Raul Garcia. He received a standing ovation in coming off, but also because Brian Zaragoza made his return from injury, coming on for Ruben Garcia. Brian Zaragoza, who's missed the last 2 months with an ankle problem. Yon Moncayola almost made it 3, but Ramiro, despite having quite a few players in front of him, was able to keep the ball out of his net. Real Sociedad, though, would get a goal back late on in stoppage time. Naya for good, winning the ball back cleanly. Sucic picking out Becker, who would then play the cross in for Ori Oskarsson to score his 3rd La Liga goal of the season. But it would turn out to be, unfortunately for Real Sociedad, just a consolation. Oskarsson's 2 only goals before this one in La Liga, coming in the same game back in September against Valencia. See here, ball won back cleanly by Agurd. Sucic keeping the chance alive, and then Becker doing really well to put the ball to the edge of the 6-yard box, out of the reach of Herrera, and it's just a simple tap-in for Ori Oskarsson. But the goal was just a consolation in the final minutes. Osasuna ended their winless streak as the final score at El Sadar was Osasuna 2, Real Sociedad 1.